I wouldn't say that I'm tolerant of everyone. To say you're tolerant of everyone, that's kind of like saying that you look the other way no matter what the other person is doing. And there's a lot of shit that people do that I just don't fucking tolerate. But in most cases, you as an individual, I can tolerate pretty much, unless it starts to impede in my life. I was kind of raised in an ignorant situation to where it was looked down upon to be homosexual. Through years of just stupid people being around me, I did grow ignorant and I would use things like, oh, that's fucking gay, I don't want none of that. Or, oh, look at that guy, he's wearing a fucking gay ass hat. You know, just stupid ignorant shit. And I will say, I was fucking ignorant. But as I grew older and I had my own son and I kind of seen the world and kind of realized that a lot of friends I had later in life kind of quote unquote came out of the closet, you know, I seen the arrogance of my ways and had to admit that was being pretty fucking ignorant. If I wanted to be a part of these people's lives or accept them, I had to accept their personal choices. As far as race goes, human race. There's not much else you can say about that. At this point in history, you know, the year 2000 fucking, it's a blending pot, you know, it's 20 generations after we started fucking cycling these years. 20 generations, we've got so many different mixing of quote unquote races or species or however you want to look at it, that we're all kind of, we're humans. It doesn't go any further than that. We're earthlings. I've lost so many damn people in my life, friends, family, from so many different fucking situations. I mean, ridiculous situations, tragic situations, you name it. Not saying I've dealt with it more than you have, but I've lost so many people, friends, family, people I kind of knew, acquaintances, that it all kind of hurts the same. It's all kind of the same wound. However, possession, you know, I mean, I guess every year we could honestly say we lost something that we really liked. But if I had to say one thing that I'm so sad I fucking lost was a chunk of my fucking lung. That shit did not fucking feel good. Still to this day, 5 years later, it's made it to where my body doesn't fucking move normal. That's as far as I could turn that way. That's as far as I could turn that way. Can't do it any further. They had to cut through my side, going through the ribs, drain 7.5 liters of fluid. Yeah, 7.5 fucking liters of fluid. And then kind of peel my lung like an orange, kind of roll it up like a fucking bag of bud and lick it closed. And I think they left like some hemostats in there because that shit just don't feel right. So that right there would be my greatest lost possession, a portion of my fucking innards. To answer that question, I don't know enough about both of the games to compare them equally, so I'll probably have to save that for another Q&A once I can actually sit down and enjoy the game. I don't think I've ever felt like, oh my fucking god, this is gonna end horribly. Other than, I've kind of got a sick, demented fucking mind when I start to get angry, and I tend to avoid fighting physical confrontation because I got a lot of pent-up aggression from, you know, my life and the shit that I went through, my experiences. One of the reasons why I was actually, you know, in a metal band because I could scream and vocalize and kind of express that rage a little bit more. But I can't really do that since the lung surgery. So, most cases when I fight, there's this fucking little psychotic bastard in my head that's like, yeah, you could really make them fucking scream right there. You know, you could hurt them, punch them, beat the shit out of them. You could do such horrible things to this person. And I gotta remind that motherfucker that you're just the voice. If I do that shit, then I'm giving in and I'm gonna fucking go to jail. So I guess I could say that I was afraid for a life in some fights, but I don't think it was ever mine, outside of ruining my own life by beating the shit out of somebody. As far as a volatile situation, I grew up in the inner city, Pontiac, Michigan. What's up, everybody? There was a lot of gang violence, I guess you could say, that I kind of grew up around. I've been shot at a couple of times, and no matter how many times it happens, it tends to perk up the fucking hair on the back of your neck a little bit. You know, makes you sweat a little bit in the butt crack, if you will. But for the most part, I don't say I've really been like, oh my fucking god, other than being shot at, because that's kind of like, holy fuck, you know. Bullet, you get hit, there's kind of like a really slim chance that it's not gonna fuck you up. So I guess I would say I was afraid for my life being shot at. I would like to skydive, but I don't think that I can fucking get up enough balls to jump out of a perfectly good fucking plane. I would like to, let's see, this is all kind of on the spot, you know, I don't want to put too much pre-thought into it, so that way it's all kind of fresh. Skydiving, I'd like to go deep sea diving because I'm fucking fond of the ocean, man. We know more about the sky than we do about the ocean. And every time I see shit on like the Animal Planet or the fucking Discovery Channel about the ocean, I'm like hooked. I'm like a video. So I definitely like to go deep sea diving. And I guess I would kind of like to go out and see space. I'd like to look at this mud ball we call Earth and actually take a different look at it, kind of see it in a different view, a different light, if you will, kind of make you a little bit vulnerable, if you will. Years ago, a lot of things kind of changed from me being a teenager to me growing into a man. My son was on his way. I had a really great job. I had insurance, benefits, at my own place. It was my first own home. There was a lot of things that were kind of happening that was kind of changing, metamorphosizing into child to man. So 10 years ago, to even look and say 10 years from now I'm gonna be here, I don't think I even had any hopes or fucking goals or dreams aside from take care of this child that I'm bringing into the world, pay my bills, and fucking be healthy. Outside of that, I guess it was just kind of enjoying the sunlight. Honestly, in 10 years, I see myself being more healthy. Right now I'm a little bit out of weight. I got the man boobies going on, so I've got to definitely get rid of those. Especially the lung situation, I have to get healthy because I can't do my music. I can't fucking talk if I ain't got fucking air going through my lungs and, you know, can make these vocal cords work. And in a more grander scale, I can't do shit if I'm fucking dead. So I gotta get healthy. A lot of the times when I'm out with my wife or my son, or even friends for that matter, I'm just out to enjoy the company, whatever event we happen to be going, whether it be a concert, to the park, to the movies, out to eat, whatever the case may be, to the bar to have a couple of drinks, or even just sitting around. However, in most cases, you always tend to run into some asshole that's fucking having a bad day, or some asshole that doesn't think is pissing off enough shit in his life, so he's got to piss off your shit. So, you know, for the most case, I guess you could say I'm out there trying to have fun, enjoying the sunshine. It's very rare in Michigan to be able to enjoy the sunshine, but I am prepared for just about any case. I guess that kind of goes back to growing up in the inner city, you know, going out to the park just to fucking play some basketball or something like that, and then all of a sudden you hear gunshots or fucking four cars down and people are getting into a fist fight and shit, and throwing each other on top of your fucking car or whatever the case may be. So, you know, you kind of always have to be ready in situations like that, which I guess kind of tempered me a bit.